Hi friends, a most pleasant good morning to you wherever you may be. Welcome in to the Nickel City Hockey Network's coverage of the UNYCHL Invitational at Elmira, presented by Buffalo Golf and Social. First game of the slate today, the Quinnipiac University Bobcats looking still for their first showcase win, taking on the top-ranked team in the CHF, the St. Bonaventure University Bonnies, 11-0-2. And what an effort we saw from them yesterday. Rolling over Ramapo 8-2 on the power of 4 goals from Tyler Kelly. James Witherite, pleased to join you on this Sunday morning, and the broadcast crew is going to get a little bit bigger here momentarily, as we'll be joined sometime in the first period by co-founder and presenter of the Hockey House podcast, Mr. Mackenzie Murphy from the Syracuse University Orange. So we'll hear from Murph a little bit later on. Right now, warm-ups reaching their conclusion as we give you a view of center ice. Here at First Arena in Elmira, New York, former home of the Elmira Jackals of the East Coast Hockey League, current home of the Elmira Mammoth of the Federal Prospects Hockey League, and of course, the UNYCHL Invitational Showcase, brought to you by local event sponsor, the Elmira Tea and Coffee House, owned and operated by local nonprofit group Capabilities, which has empowered Southern Tier residents with disabilities to achieve their career and educational goals for over 60 years. And of course, full season UNYCHL coverage on the Nickel City Hockey Network is brought to you by Buffalo Golf and Social, with locations in downtown Buffalo and Orchard Park. Good morning, hockey fans, and welcome to First Arena in Elmira, New York, home of the Upstate New York Collegiate Hockey League Invitational at Elmira. This morning's first game will pit the visiting Quinnipiac University Bobcats against the home team, the St. Bonaventure University Bonnies. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please direct your attention to the American flag located behind the Quinnipiac goal, as together we honor the United States of America and those who defend this nation with the Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Nation is honored. And it's now go time for day 3 of the UNYCHL Invitational Showcase at Elmira. Between the pipes for Quinnipiac will be Adam Campersall. St. Bonaventure, top team in the CHF, calling upon Kyle Karaleski to handle the between the pipes duties today. Robert Faberov in to take the opening draw. For Quinnipiac, across from Owen Hughes. We are ready to go on day 3 of the UNYCHL Invitational. One-on-one quickly developing. Jake Russo gets a shot away on Karaleski. And this initially bobbled, covered up by Karaleski 12 seconds into the game to avoid giving up any rebound chances. Face-off quickly moves to the near dot of the St. Bonaventure zone to Karaleski's left. This puck caromed in behind the goal, chased down by Zach Glass after Justin Lasella held the point. Lasella again breaks down a clearing attempt. Robertson fans on the puck. It's recovered by Owen Hughes and chipped up the near side by defenseman Connor Uhas. He's working together with Aiden Jones on the back end, and here's a 2-on-1 quickly for the Bonnies. Headman pass up the middle, and the shot from Owen Hughes was tipped to the far corner by Campersall. Solid scoring chance there for the Bonnies to get things started. Still in the first minute of play. Slapper from long range. A one-hop right into the glove of Campersall from Mitchell Marsh. And that gives us a pause in play. Attacking zone draw won by Kernitz for St. Bonaventure across from Sean McTavish. Another shot thrown in. This a lazy one, but off its target and covered up by Campersall for a pause. Just 57 seconds into this contest. And Fitzpatrick, holding the line for the Bonnies, launches the puck in deep. This cleared up the other side by Chris Kozakowski. This will come back an icing 75 seconds into the game. And the Bonnies will have another attacking zone chance coming up. The Kernitz-Kelly Spina line. On for the Bonnies. Fitzpatrick held the point after McTavish won the draw. For Quinnipiac, they couldn't change after icing the puck. This worked up the far side, played into the Bonnies bench area by McTavish and out of play. Faceoff comes to center. Sam Tchaikowski across from John Cielo wearing number 3 in lieu of his program 28. And Marsh from his own blue line lofts this puck into the stands out of play. Woo. So this will come back just above the St. Bonaventure blue line. 18-19 to go in first period action from First Arena. And we're joined here in the caller's box by a man who started as an adversary, but in time has become a dear friend and colleague, Mackenzie Murphy. Murph, great to share the caller's box with you and great to be on the same side of the action for once.
Yeah, it's crazy. What a barn we have today. I mean, this is my first time in the building. Walking in, just parked the car. We're ready. Made the trip up from Syracuse, or down from Syracuse today, but happy to be
as
here.
it were. You know, this barn reminds me of a cross between Johnstown and Bridgeport in a lot of ways.
Yeah, definitely
It's got
old
that
school,
old school downtown feel of Johnstown and the old Chiefs, if you remember.
Especially on a day like today where it's very crisp, a little snow on the ground.
Feels like the game should.
Yeah.
So we'll talk a little bit about your pursuits with the hockey house and managing that as the game progresses. But right now we'll bring you back to the action. 2.5 minutes into the contest. No score as yet, but St. Bonaventure certainly has shown superior momentum in this feeling out period. Robert Signorino, after gaining center near side, dumped the puck in. The chase won by Josh Levesque, but he was canceled out net front, couldn't get a shot away. Here's Mego splitting defenders. He split the wickets from 45 feet, but that shot turned aside by the stick of Adam Campersall to the far wall. And holding the point is Hughes. Follow-up chance off the dot-to-dot feed to Robertson. Was popped up in the air by Campersall. A couple quick St. Bonaventure shots, but this Quinnipiac defense fortified, really creating havoc net front. And so far, that's been the difference maker up until now, where Robertson gets his own rebound and puts the Bonnies on the board.
Yeah, really stuck with it there. I really liked Robertson. Really drives to the net here. Great save by the goaltender, though. But he just sticks with it and buries it. Tough angle, too, as a righty to get that over the pad.
Absolutely, and since I never played the game, I'll be relying on you for the player perspective on a lot of these situations.
I don't score too many goals nowadays, though. That was a goal scorer's goal right there, going hard to the net.
But Murph, though, you're a defenseman. You, a lot like your predecessor on the left point, Ford Hatchett, really know how to read the play. You know what you're seeing, and that's what makes you as strong as you are, being able to read both sides of the puck.
Looks like we'll get a boarding call here coming up.
3:44 into the first period. This is going to go against St. Bonaventure as the men in the orange armbands discuss their options as far as how severe this penalty is going to be. 2 minutes for checking from behind, just a minor here.
Looks like they gave Keys the benefit of the doubt there because he kind of did get his arms around him. It was more of a wrap.
Sensible officiating. I mean, you don't want to over officiate the game, obviously, but you've got to call what's warranted, and there certainly that was the case. Lots to get through upstairs in terms of information, and we'll pass that along to you right now. St. Bonaventure goal, scored by number 11, Michael Robertson. Assisted by number 26, Mason Mego. And number 22, David O'Donoghue. Time of the goal, 3 minutes, 13 seconds in the first period. Robertson from Mego and O'Donoghue at 3:13. St. Bonaventure penalty was assessed to number 21, Johnny Keys. 2 minutes for checking from behind. Time of the penalty, 3 minutes, 44 seconds in the first period. Keys, 2 for checking from behind at 3:44. Long shot thrown in by Kozakowski from the left point off its intended target. McTavish picks up the puck below the goal. Leaves it now to Noyes. Across to the top of the near circle. Waiting there was McTavish. Back to Kozakowski it comes, but he lost the zone center point. and is forced back to his own blue line for checking heat, offered by TJ Wall of St. Bonaventure. Here comes Noyes in for the Bobcats up the near side. 30 seconds, less than that, left on the penalty to Keys. Solid kills so far. They've only let one shot away, St. Bonaventure has. There, Umbro is blocked by Sobko center point, but Noyes maintains the momentum for the Cats. He lets a shot through traffic right into the right leg of Kyle Karaleski for save number 3 on as many shots faced, and trying to push this puck forward. And doing so successfully was Brady Fitzpatrick. Here's a 2-on-1 up the right side wall, trying to center to Fitzpatrick. Didn't have his pass there on the doorstep. Tried to backhand one in close. Now he's bodied by Umbro behind the goal. And emerging with the puck, Jake Russo takes a stick check from Kernitz on his way out.
Good kill by the Bonnies there.
Quinnipiac zone. Solid kill by the Bonnies for sure. We've just passed the 6-minute mark of this first period. St. Bonaventure with a 1-0 lead. Rifling the puck in up the near side is O'Donoghue. It caromed out of the zone up the opposite wall. Brought back in by Kelly. He had 4 goals yesterday for St. Bonaventure. Spina double teamed in the near corner to O'Donoghue holding the point. Back low it goes around to Kernitz at the far side. He misplayed the puck, dodges a check from Parker. Zone held by Bauer, but only just so. Kernitz again, hassled in the far corner boards, leaves the puck below the goal to Spina. He brings it out into the house, takes aim from point blank range. This caught and held by Adam Campersall with 13:05 to go in the first period. And dinner plans already being discussed by Kelly and Signorino.
Yeah,
you're not that kind of player, are you, Murph?
Sometimes you got to chat it up after the whistle, but looks like they're going to take both here, and especially early on in the period, I think refs they want to set the precedent that they're not going to have that. Especially towards the end of a long weekend here. There's been a lot of hockey played so far.
We'll see what they go for. Probably just roughs. We didn't get a signal up here, so we'll make the assumption.
My dad would call that penalty 2 minutes for pretending to be too tough. That's what you get for pushing after the whistle like that.
So we're going to have 2 minutes of 4-on-4 as play resumes in the Bonaventure zone. Shot blocked from the right point, and Jones. Quinnipiac penalty was assessed to number 13, Robert Signorino. 2 minutes for roughing. St. Bonaventure penalty assessed to number 10, Tyler Kelly. Also 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the coincidental penalties, 6 minutes 55 seconds in the first period. Signorino and Kelly, 2 each for roughing at 6:55. And the parade to the sin bin continues. Pericaz this time. Checking from behind, he gets.
He's pleading his case, but the officials are giving him no leeway today, and that's going to give the Bonnies the rare 4-on-3 power play.
And they'll have the man advantage on the 4-on-3 variety for a minute and a half, and then the last 30 seconds of their power play will be back to the conventional 5-on-4. Robertson getting cautioned in the face-off circle by the linesperson. He does win the draw. Fitzpatrick holding center point. We're going to stay with the action for the time being. That shot by Mego was steered just wide. Hughes, hassled by Umbro. Works the puck to Robertson. He takes aim from close up. That popped up into the back glass by Campersall. Quinnipiac penalty assessed to number 12, Nate Pericaz. 2 minutes for checking from behind. Time of the penalty, 7 minutes, 25 seconds of the first period. Pericaz 2 for checking from behind at 7:25. Turning on the doorstep was Mego. Campersall with the last word on that exchange too. Hughes couldn't handle the headman feed from Fitzpatrick. Chased the puck down in the near corner. Brings it back across. Good movement across the slot, setting up a Mason Mego shot again. This held on to by Campersall for the save.
Really like the looks that St. Bonaventure's getting on the power play. You don't really practice the 4-on-3 man advantage too often, but they're working it around. I think the other thing, too, that they've looked good so far is they haven't given up an icing. I think that can really kill your momentum, especially early on in the game, boost some confidence on the power play unit, and give you some time in the zone.
Marsh again protects the zone. He's fed the puck by Spina around to the opposite side of the umbrella in Kernitz. Crease violation called against Hayden Jones.
That's a really tough break there. Talking about you gain so much momentum keeping the puck in the zone on the power play. And you tire out the PK unit there, and you really can't get a in the crease call there.
My focus there in the play was up top with the puck movement. Did you see Jones make contact with Campersall?
No, he just had his feet in the blue paint, it looked like, and he wasn't really engaged with the defenseman in front of the net either. So I think the refs,
ticky-tacky to you, or
no, right call. Little carelessness on the St. Bonaventure side.
And the Bobcats are able to push play back as far as the Bonaventure blue line. Here on the re-entry comes Marsh. Across to Kernitz it goes. He had clear sailing from 35, but his wrist shot was wide. We're 5-on-4 now for the next half a minute. Another long cannon from center, held on to by Campersall, his 10th save on 11 shots faced.
Yeah, he's looked really good to start the night. Campersall, very solid in the net. He's keeping everything in front of him, making the saves look pretty easy today. Wasn't much he could do on the St. Bonaventure goal, but he's been rock solid for them and probably spending a little more time in the D zone than he'd like to at this point in the game.
20 seconds to go, give or take, on the power play. And Jacob Noyes tries to generate a breakaway out of his zone. He's got the breakaway, he dekes, and he scores. Jacob Noyes, coast to coast, gets a shorty for the Bobcats, and we're even up at 1.
Yeah, a defenseman's nightmare there at the blue line, and you got all the offensive pressure going on there, and you're really just not prepared to start back-checking like that. Good play by Noyes to tuck that in. Thought the goaltender, Karaleski, almost had that one with the left pad, but sneaks it in through the post.
Took his time, found the opening, and a quick break the other direction led by Michael Clouden. Not to be.
Campersall really sticks with it there, keeps the puck in front of him, sprawls out, and he's going to slow down the game too.
Quinnipiac goal scored by number 22, Jacob Noyes. Time of the unassisted shorthanded goal, 9 minutes, 16 seconds in the first period. Noyes, unassisted, a shorthanded goal at 9:16. We've only been on the broadcast together, 8 minutes, but it feels like we know the flow of things pretty well, from you playing at Fred Rust Arena, home of the University of Delaware, where I call home for most of the season anyway. And
well, I'm getting warmed up for my color commentating. Normally, when I go home over Christmas break, I do the local high school games.
Nice. Didn't know that.
Channel 3 TV, so getting the vocal cords warmed up.
Up in the Granite State, if memory serves me right.
Division III New Hampshire high school hockey. There's nothing like it up there.
It's good to see the Scholastic game getting its due coverage. I mean, honestly, in Delaware, before the birth of Delaware Hockey Night, there wasn't a whole lot.
Yeah, no, it's really good. Shout out to Rick West. He's been doing the play-by-play for Kent High School games for a long time now, and so I like to, like you, James, does a lot of solo games, so I like to hop in the booth and keep him company every now and then.
Attacking zone draw botched by Sobko. Pericaz recovers the other 12, that is, for Quinnipiac, who, thanks to the shorthanded breakaway from Jacob Noyes, have tied the game. In comes Sobko the other direction. His stick lifted at the top of the near circle. He stays with the play, tries to feed it onto Wall. Juhas protects the zone after Emmons tried to push it free for Quinnipiac. From below the goal, Sobko stymied. Here comes Glenn Considine the other direction. Considine dekes past Juhas, but he's angled to the near corner by the back-checking Aiden Jones and subsequently stripped of the puck. 2-on-2 coming up for the Bonnies. Here's Sobko absorbing a check from Pericaz just as he lets the puck go. Throws it in behind the Quinnipiac goal, and Kozakowski will start the momentum back the other direction. He finds Emmons on the breakout pass, but the puck ultimately sailed beyond the reach of Emmons, who had to put on the brakes at the blue line to wait for it. And Marsh, pinned to the back wall, saw his breakout attempt the other direction, foiled by Josh Levesque, manning the far point for the Bobcats. 8 and change to go here in period number 1 of a 1-1 hockey game from First Arena in Elmira, New York. For those of you just joining us, James Witherite and Mackenzie Murphy from the Delaware and Syracuse programs, respectively. And more of renown for you, especially in the last couple years, Murph. We'll stay with the play here, and now we'll pick up the discussion after a rapid-fire series of close-up shots.
More talking after the whistle in front of the net, too.
Linespeople having to intervene. Really not a whole lot going on. More jawing in front of the net than anything, but that comes with the territory, especially as the Bonnies have peppered Campersall with 15 shots so far in the first period. McTavish up the left side. Failed on the dump and chase. Puck recovered by Mego, hustling back into his own zone. This recovered by Keene. Mego offering resistance to him, and Marsh plays the puck below the goal out the other side. Fitzpatrick couldn't backhand it on. Marsh will carry up the left wing boards now. Reaching in with his stick, though, was Zach Glass to tie him up and regain possession for Quinnipiac. The Hockey House podcast, something that you've been involved with since even before its inception.
Yeah.
It's, 5-figure subscribers. It's really taken off, I would think, in a way that you never imagined possible.
No, yeah. We were talking earlier this week, and I mentioned that when I first started doing this, I thought maybe we could get, a couple hundred people, a couple thousand followers on social media, and never in my wildest dreams did I imagine where we'd be today. And it's great covering both the ACHA and the CHF, and happy to be here this weekend and take in some CHF games. Was able to follow these teams last year in their journey to nationals at the Federation Cup.
Yeah, Collins on the ground at Iceline, I remember.
Yep, of course. And Stephen Glick also made an appearance there. The Temple guy, those guys from Philly really helped us out. But no, it's been huge, and the people I've gotten to meet through doing this has been awesome.
But beyond the podcast, what it seems you've been able to do is, as right there on the doorstep, Zach Glass it was, unable to get a clean shot away, just bobbled the puck at the edge of the paint. Mego the other side, denied by Campersall. Beyond the podcast, what it seems you've been able to do is create this community to celebrate non-varsity collegiate hockey, and to reinforce the notion that just because it doesn't have the letters NCAA attached to it doesn't make it less than or doesn't reduce its legitimacy, as right here Jake Spina lights the lamp for the Bonnies and gives them a go-ahead goal.
And he's been having himself a weekend, hasn't he? Spina finding the puck on his stick a lot this weekend, and finds that looks like it got just under the glove over Campersall. And I think St. Bonaventure is really getting rewarded here. They've dominated the play here in the first period, and the shot total shows that, and now they got the 2-1 lead.
They've got the 2-1 lead, and it was Spina from the man of the hour yesterday, Tyler Kelly, on the assist. After the goal announcement, we'll rejoin our conversation. St. Bonaventure goal, scored by number 16, Jake Spina. Assisted by number 10, Tyler Kelly. Time of the goal, 13 minutes, 37 seconds in the first period. Spina from Kelly at 13:37. So this notion that non-varsity college hockey doesn't have to be and shouldn't be treated as less than or not legitimate, and media like yours has really helped the image of what we used to call club hockey become something treated just as seriously off the ice as it is on.
Yeah, no, and I when we first started doing this, and I still use the day because people just don't really know, and you have to explain, I play club hockey, but I think the goal is years from now, people will really know what the ACHA is, what the CHF is, and these teams will be household names because, for St. Bonaventure, for instance, they don't have varsity hockey on campus. You look at the bench and these crisp white uniforms they have. If somebody was walking by downtown Elmira today and walked in and saw, they wouldn't know the difference.
Right.
And I know Quinnipiac is a very successful Division I NCAA team, but the quality of hockey is just as good here.
And I've noticed, as have you, I'm sure, as we pay attention to this 2-on-1, a poke check disrupts the pass to Aiden Jones, and that looked like possession and control gained by Quinnipiac as they go down a man. Another checking from behind penalty. This with 5 minutes to go in the first period, and it goes against Jonathan Parker. That is the third checking from behind penalty of the game.
The officials today doing a lot of back scratching. That's the sign for the checking from behind call, and we've seen it 3 times, which is more than Quinnipiac would like to have.
Mego backhand on the doorstep. That didn't look like it was on target, but held on to by Campersall. Quinnipiac penalty. Assessed to number 20, Jonathan Parker. 2 minutes for checking from behind. Time of the penalty, 15 minutes even in the first period. Parker 2 for checking from behind at 15 minutes. Mego to Fitzpatrick. This puck popped over the line by the stick of Jacob Noyes. The Bonnies reset. Mego up the left wall. Is angled to the near corner by Umbro. Tried to center, but his pass was blocked out. 3 guys inside the dots right now for Quinnipiac. The high pressure comes from Noyes. Fitzpatrick's shot was wide. Lasella could not clear. Hughes, Fitzpatrick. He throws the puck off the corner boards, chased down by Robertson to no avail as he's canceled out by the presence of defenseman Justin Lasella. We've got a man down at the far side and a goal off the rebound of a Fitzpatrick shot off the crossbar. It was Mitchell Marsh who finished and put the Bonnies up 3-1.
Yeah, Bonnie's really in control here. Really like the play Mason Mego made off the wall, getting that puck to the middle and allowing the Bonnies to take a shot from the point there. As you see the Quinnipiac player struggling to get off the ice there. It looks like they're arguing that there should have been maybe a call there for interference. And the Quinnipiac coach is going to plead his case there. But like I said, Bonaventure's in control of this one right now. They've played a really good first period here, especially on a Sunday of a long weekend. I think they can be proud of the start they've gotten off to this morning.
I misspoke. That goal scored by Owen Hughes, the trigger man at the left dot. So Hughes on the board with Bonaventure's third goal of the game. This on the power play. So special teams making a big impact already. One, the shorthanded goal from Jacob Noyes for Quinnipiac. The other, that recent power play tally from Hughes. St. Bonaventure goal scored by number 17, Owen Hughes. Assisted by number 8, Brady Fitzpatrick. And number 26, Mason Mego. Time of the power play goal, 16 minutes, 3 seconds in the first period. Hughes from Fitzpatrick and Mego at 16:03, a power play goal. Delayed penalty coming up against the Bonnies. Goaltender is off. Here's Kevin Keane absorbing a check and giving up the puck. And that will send the Bonnies down a man with 2:44 to go in the first period. Roughing the call on Bryce Herpin.
Looking forward to seeing this Quinnipiac power play really get settled here. They had an opportunity early in the period, and like I mentioned, they didn't give up any icings. They controlled the play, and looking for a second chance here. Close out this first period, get them back in the game.
St. Bonaventure penalty assessed to number 44, Bryce Herpin. 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalty, 17 minutes, 16 seconds in the first period. Herpin 2 for roughing at 17:16. So 2.5 minutes to go in the first period. Slap shot from high in the zone. Umbro teed one up, which made it through traffic. No dice on the rebound chance amid a congested net front area in front of Kyle Karaleski, who comes up with his fourth save. Noyes back in to the Bonaventure zone. Leaves a drop pass to Russo. Noyes at the far half wall. Back to Umbro it comes. Noyes again. Umbro, they play keep away just inside the line. Umbro trying to generate some space around Wall. Lost his shot lane. Left it back to McTavish, whose long shot rang off the back glass. Rebound intercepted by Wall. He's pickpocketed in the slot by Cielo, who couldn't generate anything up close. Final 100 seconds of the first period, final 50 on the Quinnipiac power play. They're looking to erase a 2-goal deficit, but here in the near corner, Juhas turning, tries to clear. That clearing attempt foiled as Umbro fires a cross-ice pass to the far half wall and McTavish yet again, but ultimately to no avail. That shot blocked in slot traffic. This thrown in by Umbro from the point. A lazy shot, 6th one of the period for Quinnipiac. And the rebound's a contested one in the far corner, held onto by Cielo initially. 1 minute remaining in the period. Une minute restant dans le période. The rulebook mandated last-minute announcement. Did you know that was a mandated announcement?
No.
It is.
Wow.
Little known fact. Bonnie's back to full strength as Umbro lets one go from his own blue line. It was tipped beyond red, so no icing for the Bobcats to worry about. Robertson couldn't clear. Holding the left point was Kozakowski. Another long shot in for Quinnipiac from above the tops of the circles, and they'll get an attacking zone faceoff coming up as the result of a St. Bonaventure icing. "18 seconds to go in this first period."
I think Quinnipiac got the looks they were looking for on that power play. I'd like to see him with a little bit more urgency, especially down 2 goals, and get them some momentum back in this one.
They certainly were able to swing the momentum more in their favor, as you mentioned, generate some chances. But in terms of the breakout, Bonaventure's had the edge there, and that's what's enabled them to record 20 shots in this first period, which has come to its conclusion.
Pretty good period of hockey to start us off today.
The score through one period. St. Bonaventure 3, Quinnipiac 1. We'll be back on the Nickel City Hockey Network after the intermission. Nickel City Hockey Network coverage of the Upstate New York Collegiate Hockey League is presented by Buffalo Golf and Social, Buffalo's best destination for year-round practice and instruction. This broadcast is also brought to you by J.R. Militello Realty, Western New York's premier commercial real estate broker. By West Her, the largest automotive dealer group in New York State. By the Battaglia Marciano Agency, an independent agent for auto, homeowners, commercial, and life insurance. By Envious Gameware, designers of high-end custom hockey uniforms, bags, and apparel. By 412 Communications, the new gold standard in digital media solutions, building bridges between brands and the people they serve. The Hampton Inn in Ithaca, the smart choice for your stay. Whether you're visiting kids at college, in town for business, or just passing through the Finger Lakes area. And by local event sponsors, the Elmira Tea and Coffee House, brewing up hockey-themed specials all weekend long here in Elmira, just one block away from First Arena. and empowering Southern Tier residents with disabilities to achieve their career and educational goals now for over 60 years. We'll be back with the second period of Quinnipiac and St. Bonaventure on the Nickel City Hockey Network in just a few minutes.
It's time for the second period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Welcome back into Nickel City Hockey Network's coverage of the UNYCHL Invitational at Elmira. Day 3 action, seeing a first period punctuated for St. Bonaventure by an Owen Hughes power play goal, putting them up 3-1 with just under 4 minutes to go in the second period. Owen Hughes finds the rebound of that Fitzpatrick shot off the crossbar, Mackenzie Murphy, and that's just been really a snapshot of how they've dominated this game so far. Solid puck movement, good awareness, finding the rebounds, and forcing Adam Campersall to be out of position.
Yeah, they've done a really good job. Like I mentioned earlier, it feels like they're in the driver's seat, and they've just been very comfortable here on this Sunday morning matinee action.
Shots 20-8 in first period action. Complete domination thus far from St. Bonaventure, and understandably so, given they're the top-ranked team in the CHF. Net front feed came off the stick of McTavish, but Kevin Keane was canceled out. That shot from higher in the slot from Parker was turned aside by Kyle Karolewski. Down 3-1 through 20 minutes, outshot by a ratio of 2.5 to 1 in that first period. What does Quinnipiac need to do to try to right the ship here in the second?
Well, they've started off with a great shift.
And a goal. Justin Lasella. Off the bar and in.
Yeah, Quinnipiac generated almost as many chances on that shift than they did in the entire first period. Just keep throwing pucks to the net. And, Karolewski tested very early on here. He made a couple key saves there. But carelessness by the Bonaventures not be able to get the puck out, and Quinnipiac capitalizes on it.
45 seconds in to the second period. And Justin Lasella off Umbro and Glass.
Yeah, like we were saying, though, that first shift is really, really key when you're trailing by 2 goals. You want to make sure you get started on the right foot. You don't want to dig yourself a deeper hole. And Quinnipiac doing that, getting right off to a good start here in the second period.
To say the absolute least of the matter. They crash from right to left to get things started. A couple quick shots. A few quick shots, actually. There were 3 there. And the centering feed to Tyler Kelly, who had 4 yesterday for the Bonnies. Fanned on right on the welcome mat. Here his shot gets blocked, and the puck got lodged in Pericaz's pants. Quinnipiac goal, scored by number 33, Justin Lasella. Assisted by number 14, Alex Umbro. And number 19, Zach Glass. Time of the goal, 45 seconds of the second period. Lasella from Umbro and Glass at 45 seconds. And one of the other things, too, we were talking during the break about how non-varsity collegiate hockey has become a lot more in terms of competition and legitimacy than what used to be really intro to beer league.
Yeah, I mean, it was halfway between intramural hockey and men's league. And I think a lot of people still think that that's what it is, and times have changed. Certainly over the last 5 to 10 years, the game has improved a ton.
And I know events like this, and also at the University of Delaware for others. From a statistical angle, we're seeing video replay used more to confirm goals and assists to make sure that the right players are credited. With their due stats.
And St. Bonaventure is going to get a power play here, undisciplined by Quinnipiac. In the offensive end, you definitely can't take a penalty. Certainly you can't take one after the whistle here, and it looks like they either caught him for a slash or a cross-check.
They got him for cross-checking, Mac.
Yeah.
Quinnipiac penalty. Assist to number 3, John Cielo. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 2 minutes, 17 seconds. In the second period. John Cielo, 2 for cross-checking at 2:17. And the first Bonnie's shot of the second period. Turned aside by Campersall, whose Quinnipiac Bobcats have cut the Bonnies' lead down to a goal. Here's Robertson accelerating up the right wing, boards in. Absorbs a Lasella check. Tried to stay with the puck. Tchaikovsky couldn't maintain the Bonnies' momentum, and this is cleared. Brady Fitzpatrick to Robertson again. Mego, Tchaikovsky, and Hughes complete the quintet on this St. Bonaventure power play. Mason Mego, time and space galore from 45 feet, threw a shot in. It was blocked off the skate of Kozakowski. Robertson couldn't finish in a congested mid-slot area, and again, the Bobcats clear. Solid kill so far from Quinnipiac. They've cleared the puck twice already, and that's burned precious time off this St. Bonaventure man advantage.
Yeah, if you can limit the opportunities that the opposition gets in the O zone and not allow them to set up, it provides for a pretty easy kill as we get a shot on goal there. I think in terms of building momentum, I think Cielo is going to wish he hadn't taken that penalty afterwards. Quinnipiac, you get off to the start you want. You're back in the game. It's a one-goal game, and now all of a sudden you're on the kill. But under 30 to go here in this PK, and hopefully they can get him out of the box soon.
Marsh was pushed back into the neutral zone by Glass. He retreats to his own blue line. Spina feeds Kernitz a cross-ice pass. This shot in from long range, gathered in by Campersall again.
He's done a really good job today, I think, controlling the pace of the play, getting a lot of whistles for the Bobcats, and really slowing things down. As a goalie, that's what you want to do when you're getting peppered with shots here, as St. Bonaventure leads 24-13 in the shot category. But he's done a really good job, like I mentioned, slowing down the game and giving his players a chance to reset on a D-zone faceoff.
Spina stepped up with a shot opposite side. Jones from the point was blocked. Kernitz looking for chances net front, but he was outmanned to the low slot by a sea of navy blue sweaters. Kevin Keane strips the puck at the far wall from Spina. It's tipped on by Cielo as he headed across ice back to the bench in behind the Bonnies goal. And Marsh will send this puck sailing up ice. Icing is waved off as Nate Pericaz made a play on the puck, an unsuccessful one at that at his own blue line. Puck was playable. He made the attempt to play the puck. That's enough to nullify the icing.
Yep, exactly.
Long shot in from Jake Russo at the other side. After the Bobcats gained territory, swatted away by Karaleski for save number 12. A misstep by Jack Kernitz caused him to lose his momentum. A pair of Bobcats caught up with him and forced him to put on the brakes before attempting to gain the zone, ultimately to no avail. 2-on-2 the other direction. Here's Russo. Another long shot into the right leg pad of Karaleski. Follow-up chance from the dot. Block 2, penalty coming up. It will go against St. Bonaventure off that pair of rapid-fire shots. And there's possession and control established by Clouden. And that'll send the Bonnies down a man with 14 minutes and 29 seconds.
Yeah, O'Donohue just got tied up going around the net there. Couldn't really tell if they got tripped up by the apron, but he got his hands around him and hauled him down, so they're going to call that one 9 times out of 10. I really like the shot selection by Quinnipiac, driving into the zone. Russo firing it from the top of the circle. People watching from home might not think that's a high-generated shot, but the fact that it's going off the far pads provides that chance for Quinnipiac.
Looks like maybe skate trouble or some other equipment concern, I'm guessing, for Justin Lasella, who's heading off to the dressing room. And now play can resume. St. Bonaventure penalty, assessed to number 22, David O'Donoghue. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 5 minutes, 31 seconds in the second period. O'Donoghue, 2 for tripping at 5:31. Did McTavish get a shot away there, Murph?
No.
It looked almost like he did at a passing glance, but...
Yeah, Karolewski didn't have to see any rubber on that one.
Another whistle.
It's funny, in a building like this, it almost feels like the chirps echo from the bench.
It really does. Bonnies were offside. And the face-off will come right above the Quinnipiac blue line. Wall takes the draw. And Noyes starts up this Quinnipiac attack once again. Glass ricocheted the puck behind the Bonnies' goal, just holding the zone. Far point was Noyes. Puck was on the blue line but not over. For those of you joining us at home who might be new to the game, the blue line, a foot wide, is part of the zone where the puck currently exists.
Correct.
So in order for play to be onside, the puck has to cross the inside edge of the blue line entirely before the players. And for the zone to be cleared by the defense, it has to cross in its entirety the outside edge of that blue line.
Yep. That's what they go over in level 1 of USA Hockey officiating.
Are you an official as well?
I used to be back in the day in high school. Would do some youth hockey games. Never got above level 1 and only stuck with it for 2 or 3 years.
The UNYCHL at Elmira is brought to you by the Elmira Tea and Coffee House, owned and operated by local nonprofit group Capabilities, which has empowered Southern Tier residents with disabilities to achieve their career and educational goals for over 60 years. Visit the Elmira Tea and Coffee House at 100 West Water Street, just 1 block from First Arena. Open 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. on weekends, or weekdays, I should say, 7 to 4 on weekends. And brewing up hockey-themed specials all weekend long. Icing against the Bobcats resulted in an attacking zone draw for the shorthanded St. Bonaventure Bonnies. Now they're back to full strength as the O'Donoghue tripping minor expires, and he takes a roundabout path back to his bench. Here a shot up over the glass ends up out of play.
O'Donoghue.
And we've got another. Did we have a puck out of play, or was that just a false start?
Puck over the glass.
Puck over the glass. And looked like a souvenir for a fan there momentarily.
Yeah.
3-2 St. Bonaventure with the advantage. Their intermission lead cut in half. And right back to 2 it goes. We'll look at it again here on instant replay.
Yeah, textbook across the green, shot. Robertson skating to his right is able to fire that puck far left side, and it just sneaks in.
And he gets his second of the game. Making this now a 4-2 tally advantage, St. Bonaventure. And looks like the gates open, and
can't quite tell what's going on here. I don't know if I know that's where Robertson went crashing into the boards after the goal. Maybe we got
is there an issue maybe in the corner?
Both teams heading back to their bench now, so it looks like they're going to take a break here.
I mean, we'll look at that goal again.
Robertson goes
and it
sliding
wasn't
in.
Robertson, it was Hughes on the give and go finishing net front. Robertson gets the apple. We'll take you inside the glass for the goal announcement while we assess the situation at hand further. St. Bonaventure goal. Scored by number 17, Owen Hughes, his second of the game. Assisted by number 11, Michael Robertson. Time of the goal, 7 minutes, 55 seconds in the second period. Hughes' second from Robertson at 7:55. And we'll take a break here on the Nickel City Hockey Network while the ice is being assessed in the corner, and we'll be back on the other side of this timeout. Well, we're still in a holding pattern here from First Arena as Lewis from the rink crew is apparently repairing an area in the boards. Where was it Hughes or Robertson slid into?
It was Robertson who fed the puck across and then kept sliding in was it Hughes who tapped it in?
It was Hughes who tapped it in, so it was Robertson.
Hughes tapped it in, Robertson kept sliding, and I think he took off a portion of the boards in the door. It looks like they brought out the piece of, I'm assuming it's some sort of carbon fiber. They got the white sheet, and it looks like they're trying to.
It looks like Lewis is putting that on right now, so we'll, after the fans here at First Arena got a mini organ recital during the pause in the action, we'll acknowledge some of the folks who make this broadcast possible. Nickel City Hockey Network coverage of the UNYCHL is presented by Buffalo Golf and Social, Western New York's leading indoor golf facility. Simulators, lessons, leagues, Buffalo Golf and Social is the area's best destination for year-round practice and instruction. And with great beer and wine selection, I'm all about that. I don't know about you, but
can't go wrong there.
No, definitely. Golf, beer, wine, count me in.
Yeah.
Also the perfect place to sit and watch golf with others who love the game. Locations in downtown Buffalo and Orchard Park. Book your next event at Buffalo Golf and Social. This broadcast also brought to you by J.R. Militello Realty, Western New York's premier commercial real estate broker. To buy, sell, or lease any office, industrial, retail, or investment property, trust the unparalleled knowledge and experience of Militello Realty. 716-856-2872 or Militello.com. By West Her, the largest automotive dealer group in New York State, selling over 50,000 pre-owned and new cars every year to customers in Buffalo, Rochester, and Syracuse. West Her Auto, dedicated to absolute excellence in customer service. We'll give you a look at the repairs as they happen.
Yeah,
Lewis working hard to get this board back intact.
Right, and you know, if this was an NHL game, they'd have about 8 guys doing what he's doing right now, and he's doing a heck of a job there. And
I mean, he does it all from ice resurfacing to facilities to operations, right here to repairing the boards. He was an off-ice official for some of our earlier games this weekend, and he's been nothing but beyond hospitable to us here in the media department for the weekend. So we can't say enough good things about Lewis and the hard work that he does.
Yeah, it looks like some of the guys from the next game are who have put a pause on maybe their pregame stretch as this delay continues. But
I mean, I know for me, as I'm sure it is for you, once you get your pregame routine started, everything's timed out, and it's hard to really break that momentum.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know, we might put some pucks out on the ice and get these guys shooting around it a little bit. I mean, we've been at this for almost 10 minutes now. And
maybe even more than that, because I mean, that organ recital was
Yeah. I don't know.
was not short.
Don't know what the time was when we started this thing, but hopefully we're somewhere close to the end as the officials will go down there and get the inside scoop. I thought for a second there we were done. The Quinnipiac team seemed to huddle up, and I thought we were going to get going. And
but not to be the case.
Lewis ran back for a new part from the Zamboni garage. So
another story to
yeah. I guess we'll talk about this next week on the podcast.
Between buses breaking down, you had some travel trouble on your way here.
Yes, yeah. You know,
you made it just in time for the first period.
Exactly, and that's why they always tell you if you're going to be, you should always be 15 minutes early. And I was ready to be here 30 minutes early, and then a gas station stop in Cortland turned into a call for AAA. But we made it to Elmira, and excited to
Battery
be here.
issues.
Just the starter. It was rattling, so I think it was the cold weather. It didn't like that I turned it off, and a couple minutes later was trying to turn it back on. So I gave it some time, and we were good to go. So
well, certainly glad to have you here with us in one piece, and always fun to get to talk hockey with you, and especially in this environment where we're not on opposite sides of the red line.
Yeah, and getting to check out the CHF. I think this is awesome. Taking advantage of these showcases and getting teams, high-ranked teams, especially in the CHF, together on a weekend like this before we head into the Thanksgiving break. And I think it's good for every party involved. And
this game so far, St. Bonaventure left guns blazing, 3 quick goals in the first period, but Quinnipiac, they've battled back some to make a game of it.
Yeah, and I think St. Bonaventure kind of took their foot off the gas in that opening
maybe a little bit
shift
too soon
of the second period. I think they were already thinking about what they're going to do when they go home for Thanksgiving break, and by the time it was too late, Quinnipiac already had one in the back of their goal. So responded right here with a goal here by Hughes from Robertson.
And we're going to look at that again.
Yeah. It was a great play.
It really was.
Hughes makes some space at the Robertson makes space for Hughes at the blue line. And then he throws it. I thought he was going for the shot, and I thought he actually snuck it in and it was posted in. But looking
I thought
at it,
so too. But
Hughes, easy tap in. They don't come much easier than that. And
no,
he
not
buries
at all.
It. And Robertson buried the boards, and that's where we are here.
And here we see Lewis continuing to work on the boards while the on-ice officials and players from both teams watch these final screws and bolts being applied. And hopefully we'll be back to hockey here before long. Nickel City Hockey Network coverage of the UNYCHL Invitational at Elmira, brought to you as well by the Battaglia Marciano Agency, an independent agent for auto, homeowners, commercial, and life insurance. The Battaglia Marciano Agency, providing peace of mind for Western New Yorkers for over 35 years. 716-675-5700. By Envious Gameware, designers of high-end custom hockey uniforms, bags, and apparel. The thinking, look good, feel good, play good goes into every Envious sweater design. Find them online at enviousgameware.com to get your team a look to be envious of. And it looks like we're just about set to go as we get the whistle. Stick taps all around. And we're going to head back to center ice for the
the way the sound that travels in here, but it's a one-man crew, so he's been doing a great job, and I think we're going to get some hockey here. As the puck heads out to center ice here, St. Bonaventure and Quinnipiac will get resumed here with 12:05 remaining in the second period. Bonaventure is scoring their fourth goal from Hughes, his second of the game. And it's finally time to drop the puck again on the second half of the second period.
Almost feels like a halftime break, like those old junior showcases when you'd play 2:25s. Remember that?
Exactly.
This is offside.
Like that play from Alex Umbro, using the body here. After a big delay like that, it's really big to get yourself back into the game, and one way to do that is by throwing the body around.
This controlled by Marsh in his own zone. Forechecking heat comes from Russo. Worked around to Mego. The awfully fast Mason Mego, and here's a 2-on-1 up ahead. Robertson trying to feed to Hughes again. So that same line right back on. They got a nice break between shifts. How often is it you get a 20-minute break between shifts?
Yeah, it gives the ability to put their top players right back out.
The shot from Marsh from the right point was batted down. Umbro to Kozakowski. He floats the puck up ice. He didn't gain red, but winning the race to the goal line was Jacob Noyes to cancel out the icing. Here come the Bonnies the other way. Hughes tried to roll the puck in deep. Now he does. It takes a kind of an awkward bounce off the corner boards, and Umbro recovers for St. Bonaventure for Quinnipiac as we near the halfway point of the game finally. This shot thrown in from Keene, caught and held by Karolewski for a pause in play.
Yeah, sauce into the left hand of Karolewski. They don't really come easier than that, as we mentioned earlier. Just slowing the game down, give the Bonaventure team time to set up on this D-zone draw.
Puck ended up on the back of the goal, chipped high by Bauer, but not out. McTavish, double team behind the net, caromed the puck up to the point where waiting was McGinn. McTavish again rolls this below the goal out to the near side, where Keene is angled off the puck and ultimately overpowered for it by O'Donoghue. McGinn recovers just inside the Quinnipiac blue line. This cleared by Levesque. The other two, Cody Bauer reaches for it at the St. Bonaventure blue line, but bulldozing in from him was Cielo, unable to generate anything net front as he became outmanned inside the dots. Parker 2-on-2. Draws the slash. You hear the shouts of he touched it from one bench or the other, but touching the puck isn't enough. It has to be possession and control.
Yeah, really nice play by Parker. And collectively, the Quinnipiac unit, to keep that puck in. That's when the best chances come from turnovers off the blue line. Forces St. Bonaventure to take a hooking penalty here. But Parker made it. Not only that, he gets hooked, and then he's able to put the puck between his legs and actually get a shot on goal and generate another chance for Quinnipiac.
St. Bonaventure penalty assessed to number 22, David O'Donoghue. 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 10 minutes, 18 seconds in the second period. O'Donoghue 2 for hooking at 10:18.
We'll get a D-zone draw to the left side here for St. Bonaventure, but Quinnipiac really looking to get some momentum back. They started the period hot, and after a big delay like that, they want to get some momentum here.
Cielo won the face-off for the Bobcats. Umbro surveys his options. Noyes gets the puck back at center point. Back to Umbro it comes. Russo posting up net front. Umbro to glass. Umbrella collapses. Shot from Umbro 32 feet was blocked by Sobko. and he heads off to the bench visibly in pain. Took one for the team there in a big way, Mac.
Yeah, I know he took one for the team, but I really like the puck movement by Quinnipiac at the top of the umbrella there, really moving it around and getting some good looks. Obviously, that puck's got to get through that first layer of defense and get on net.
Didn't in that case, as Nathan Sobko comes up with a key block for the Bonnies to try to preserve their 2-goal advantage. Umbro flips the puck to Glass. Back to Umbro it comes. Down low, bottom of the near circle, Noise, disrupted by a stick check from Aiden Jones, who tries to make himself big and take up as much of Noise's shot lane as possible. It worked out as the Bonnies fire the puck clear with 40 seconds left on the O'Donoghue penalty.
Yeah, Noise just ran out of time and space there, creeping in from the top of the circle. You could hear Umbro calling for that puck and wanting to move it, but doesn't get the look they wanted.
Noise took just a little bit too long there, ran out of options, especially as Aiden Jones did well to block those shot and passing lanes altogether. In tight, the room runs out in a hurry. And you've got to use quickness to make up for it.
Exactly. And that's pretty much going to do it for this power play for Quinnipiac.
Final 7 seconds with the man advantage. Here's Sean McTavish back in up the left wing boards. A stick check from Wall disrupts his progress. Considine maintains. Across it comes now to Emmons, 2-on-2. Another cross slot pass. Winding up was Jonathan Parker, but he didn't get good contact on the puck at the right dot whatsoever. So that shot just wobbles in and enables St. Bonaventure to work clear. 7:20 to go in the second period of a 4-2 hockey game. St. Bonaventure with the advantage, looking for one for the thumb. Came Nathan Sobko, but this puck is held on to for the pause by Campersall.
I thought Quinnipiac was working the puck well there after the power play expired, but I really like to see a little more urgency from them. I think they got to get more shots on goal and crash the net hard. It seems a little complacent with just having the puck in the offensive end. They need to generate some more chances.
Bonnies control the draw, but Marsh was drawn back into the neutral zone from the near point to work the puck in deep. Ultimately, that opens the door for Alex Umbro to feed a headman pass to Chaconas. Chaconas puts on the brakes, double teamed in the near corner. Left the puck to Kozakowski. Heavy congestion in close. 3 guys inside the dots. Up high, Sobko blocks another shot. This play comes up to center. Keys taken off his feet over the center logo. But the Bonnies won't get the satisfaction of a call. Looked like there was a stick in around his skates that ultimately knocked him over, but this will go unpenalized. And here come the Bonnies again, TJ Wall. Quick touch pass in the high slot from Keys, set up a shot from Fitzpatrick, and this is held on to for another break in the action with 6 minutes and 18 seconds to go in the second period. 412 Communications is the new gold standard for digital media solutions for small businesses. 412 Communications offers web and graphic design, social media consultation, public relations, writing and editing services, multimedia solutions, and more. Visit 412communications.com to learn how they can help your brand build bridges with the people you serve. Sam Tchaikovsky advances the puck up the right wing boards. It's recovered by Signorino. The other direction, cleared but given away. Bauer muscles his way back into the Quinnipiac zone, set up a Schlager shot, but it's stick checked up into the netting and out with 5:47 remaining.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Nathan Sobko. He made it back to the bench safely, but just an absolute sponge out there, absorbing everything in the D zone. He's come up with 2 key blocks for the Bonnies here in the second period, and now they look to turn the tides a bit and keep that offensive sustained pressure on.
A swarm of Bobcats. Do Bobcats swarm? Surrounded Kernitz off the draw. 2-on-2 emanating for Quinnipiac. The drop pass from Noise in toward Russo in the slot was bothered by a stout St. Bonaventure back check. Here a 2-on-1 results in a Spina shot that's caught and held by Campersall for another break in the action with 5.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, really like that shot from Spina, generating a 2-on-1 chance, and as he has all day today, Campersall comes up big for the Bobcats.
Icing waved off as this puck sails the entire length of the ice out of the Bobcat zone. O'Donohue was ruled able to play the puck but opted not to. So icing is negated, and turning a shot in was McTavish from the top of the right circle right into Karaleski's pads. Good for save number 17 for the young man from St. Bonaventure, who's really proved a lot of ways to be the cornerstone of their 11-0-2 season so far, which has them ranked number 1 in the entire CHF.
Yeah, very impressive start for the Bonnies.
Almost a third there as that puck rolled through the blue paint, but just missed the near post. This will come back an icing against the Bonnies with 4.5 minutes remaining.
Yeah, it looked like that puck was a double deflection as it trickled through the crease past Karaleski. But talking about that St. Bonaventure start, I know they went on a run at the Federation Cup last spring, and they certainly have unfinished business, making it all the way to the Final Four, and they're looking to get back there in Philly this year.
Quick shot off the far circle face-off. It came from Emmons. Popped up by the stick of Karaleski into the air. 2-on-1 again for the Bonnies. Kelly tried to center to Spina, didn't get a good line on his pass. Kernitz recovers the puck at the near half wall. He gives it away to Cielo, who chips it off the glass. Cielo plays it on himself from his own blue line. And this will be an icing the other direction with 4 minutes and 4 seconds to go in second period play from First Arena.
Feels like the pace of play has kind of picked up here after that.
It's taken a little while, but it's certainly getting there.
Yeah, and certainly the 20-minute stoppage halfway through the period didn't help, but definitely the speed has picked up in a much more even game than we saw in the first period.
Hughes in for the draw, looking for the hat trick. Found some resistance off the face-off circle. Considine cannot clear, but Cielo pokes the puck back into neutral ice before it's launched back in by looked like Robertson from our vantage point. Here in the caller's box, our view of the near board's a little bit obscured.
That's all right. We'll make do.
As such, we have to go to the monitor for a little bit of it, but
right, and I'm sure you've called games from worse angles before.
I've called games from the worst angle possible, quite frankly, during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. I was calling high school games from a studio that I built in my basement, believe it or not.
Which is a very, very tough vantage point from that point.
I was entirely at the mercy of videographer Joe Sindoni and J.J. Mihalski, who were out in the field during the winter of 2021, sending the signal back into the basement studio, and that's where Delaware Hockey Night took place for a simultaneously unforgettable and forgettable winter.
Looks like one of the linesmen, he's shaking up, grabbing his right leg, took a Bobcat shot right to the back of the leg after that last face-off. And hopefully he's all right.
Looked as though he had a little bit of trouble getting up ice. This puck did not have any trouble getting up ice. It's steadied by Campersall for a pause.
People forget the officials are hockey guys too. They play through injury all the time. But definitely good to see him as he'll drop this puck here. But really looking for the Bobcats to make a last second push here as we end the second period.
Inside the final 3 minutes, Bonnies with a 4-2 advantage yet over Quinnipiac. And Robert Signorino, no, that's Nate Paracaz corralling that loose puck. Those sublimated numbers on the Quinnipiac sweaters, sometimes a little bit hard to read when they get bunched up, but we make sure we get it right in the end. Here's Jacob Noyes barreling through net front traffic. Brady Fitzpatrick holding close to home in that cover point roll. Backhands the puck out of harm's way. The Bonnies head off. No, a couple of them stay on. Changing of the guard for the Bobcats the other direction. Another clear. Pursuing the puck was Aiden Pasquin, but it was turned beyond his reach by Fitzpatrick. Delayed offside. Gives the Bonnies a chance to reset and regroup. They do, and they push play back into the neutral zone before Chaconas recovers the puck, flips it back in with 2 minutes to go in the second period. Pasquin tried to feed one net front, nobody home. The slapper from Chaconas at the top of the left circle was blocked on its way in, and Mitchell Marsh emerges for the Bonnies back the other direction. He gains center, flipping the puck in. It's steadied by Campersall and left behind the cage, where it's recovered by Aiden McGinn for the Bobcats. Cross ice feed to Chaconas, 1-on-2. He's kept by Marsh to the near corner. Now Fitzpatrick steps up to challenge him directly, forcing a cross ice pass, trying to force an error. This, no error whatsoever, as Aiden Pasquin connects to bring the Bobcats back within a goal.
A little lackadaisical by the Bonnies in the D zone here. Puck gets rimmed around, and Bobcats are able to work it up high, and no one's covering the high slot. And that's where we see the Bobcats bury.
18:36.
Just what I was talking about, though, the Bobcats needed a strike in the final 3 minutes. That gives the advantage in this period at least, and it gives them something they can be proud of when they head back to the locker room.
They've won the period at this point. 2 goals to the Bonnies, 1. We'll stay with the play until the 1-minute announcement and then fill you in on the goal. 1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute restant dans la période. Quinnipiac goal scored by number 5, Aiden Pasquin. Assisted by number 16, Sean McTavish. And number 17, Alex Chaconas. Time of the goal, 18 minutes, 36 seconds in the second period. Pasquin from McTavish and Chaconas at 18:36. Interference called with 41 seconds remaining. Actually 42 seconds from an official standpoint. And making the walk of shame now is one of the Bonnies' key players, Owen Hughes.
Really like that play by Pasquin, though, on the goal to get lost in the space at the top of the slot. McTavish finds him. And key chance here for the Bobcats.
As Mike Lang was so fond of saying, the turkey's on the table. How fitting, with Thanksgiving being just a few days away. St. Bonaventure penalty. St. Bonaventure penalty assessed to number 17, Owen Hughes. 2 minutes for interference. Time of the penalty, 19 minutes, 18 seconds in the second period. Hughes, 2 for interference at 19:18. A strong clear by the Bonnies will leave the Bobcats too little time to develop anything further in the second period, and that'll send us to the intermission. The score through 2 periods: St. Bonaventure 4, Quinnipiac 3. We'll be back on the Nickel City Hockey Network after the second intermission.
It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Thank you, Norm Borg. Welcome back into Nickel City Hockey Network's coverage of the UNYCHL Invitational at First Arena in Elmira, New York. James Witherite and Mackenzie Murphy joining you from atop the stands here at First Arena. And Mac, we've got ourselves what's turned into one heck of a hockey game.
Yeah, I'm excited for this third period here. I think St. Bonaventure had the opportunity to really put the Bobcats away there early in the second period, and they didn't capitalize on it. And here come the Bobcats storming back. Bit of delay halfway through the second period, but we're here in the third frame and ready for some hockey.
Minute and 18 seconds left on the Quinnipiac power play clock, and we'll make sure that gets accounted for.
You know,
Will the timekeeper please set the penalty clock for 1 minute and 18 seconds? 1-1-8.
I think it's really key here for Quinnipiac to get a good look here, get the puck into the zone. Sometimes fresh power play to start off the period can be the kiss of the death because it doesn't get you off on the right foot, and sometimes the ice can be a little waterlogged, but hopefully the Bobcats are ready to go here.
Off of the third period, everything's set to go for the restart as Owen Hughes has 78 seconds left on that late period interference minor. And Jacob Noyes is steered into the corner by Juhas on his way into the St. Bonaventure zone. Touch pass from Umbro. He gets the puck back, throws one in from center point, and this is held on to by Karaleski for a quick pause and play 22 seconds into the period.
Really good shot selection there by Umbro. Gets the puck at the top of the umbrella, and he sees traffic, and Bobcats 6 in front, and he fires it right along the ice.
Glasson for the draw across from Sobko, who made a couple key blocks late in the second period. He'll have a nice long Thanksgiving break to get that knee iced, but here he is right back in action. This shot from Umbro blocked by Aiden Jones. Maintained by Noyes. No goal, that bounced down off the crossbar and looked like it got the bounce but landed in the blue paint, says the low referee. Nearly the equalizer there.
Quinnipiac bench can't believe that didn't go in.
Kudos to the low official being right in position, able to watch that one go almost in, but not quite. He was in perfect position to make the read on that no call. There a shot from Umbro. Sails off its target, follow-up chance. Two of them came from Jacob Noyes. Both were blocked. And St. Bonaventure with a successful penalty kill looks to reestablish momentum in their direction.
No
100 seconds in.
Yeah, no surprise there. Another block shot by Somko. As you can see, he's laboring a little bit on his knee.
This puck was chipped off the glass and out, but played by a high stick, so we've got a pause in the action. And another look at what was almost the equalizer.
Yeah.
Bounced straight down off the crossbar.
Good read by the Bobcats, though, to get that puck to the net. They had two guys in front. That's how we get deflections. That's how you get tip-ins, screens in front, and, inches away from tying this game up.
Robertson almost won the race back, but this is going to be another icing. It comes back into the St. Bonaventure zone. Face-off will be to the left of Karaleski. And it does go the way of Sean McTavish, although he's driven to the near corner by Hughes. Marsh couldn't clear up the opposite side. This puck caroms in behind the St. Bonaventure goal again. Shoveled by Fitzpatrick up the near wall, played in to Parker. It's poked away from him by Owen Hughes, rifled back by Pericaz over the center logo, and Marsh behind his own goal recovers. Mego, the recipient of a Robertson touch pass, flips it back to Hughes. Robertson in the slot. He shoots and scores! Michael Robertson finishes a tic-tac-toe and gives the Bonnies one for the thumb.
Feels like the Bobcats really have no answer for this line from St. Bonaventure, and it's Hughes again. This time it's Hughes to Robertson, and he displaces that one into the back of the net, just left alone in the high slot. A little too careless by the Bobcats watching the puck, and St. Bonaventure makes him pay for it.
5-3 hockey game. The Bonnies find room to strike, and as they've been known to do all weekend, strike they do, and that is Robertson's second goal of the game. Penalty coming up. Interference, the call 3 minutes into the period.
That'll be Cody Bauer going off for the Bonnies. Bauer got caught.
Again will open the door for Quinnipiac.
Bauer's following the play as the puck came across the ice, and I think he just stepped a little bit too early, didn't let the Bobcat player touch the puck before making contact with him.
We've got a little bit more information to get through before we show you the penalty information. We've still got that goal to summarize. St. Bonaventure goal. His second of the game, scored by number 11, Michael Robertson. Assisted by number 17, Owen Hughes. And number 26, Mason Mego. Time of the goal, 2 minutes, 37 seconds in the third period. Robertson second from Hughes and Mego at 2:37. St. Bonaventure penalty was assessed to number 2, Cody Bauer, 2 minutes for interference. Time of the penalty, 3 minutes in the third period. Bauer 2 for interference at 3 minutes. Quinnipiac maintaining control off the attacking zone draw. Kozakowski tries to work the puck into the slot. Parker boxing out for net front position across from Aiden Jones, who's manning that low slot area and making sure nobody gets through. Wall digs the puck out of a two-a-side scrum right in front of the door that Robertson mangled earlier in the game, and this puck has cleared the length of the ice. 36 seconds to go on the Quinnipiac power play. Sean McTavish gained center. Fitzpatrick swatted this puck in from long range, not a shot on goal. as it's paddled by Campersall to the far corner. The trajectory of that puck had it wide of the far post. In came Considine, but the puck was swatted away from him by Sam Tchaikovsky back into neutral territory. The re-entry led up the near wall by Spina, comes back offside.
Bobcats really haven't been able to get anything set up on this second power play of the period, and it's exactly what St. Bonaventure is looking for with a 2-goal cushion here. Don't let them set up, keep icing the puck, make them regroup it, and they can't score if they can't get it set up. And so the Bonnies looking to control the pace of play here with the 15 minutes remaining.
And back with a 2-goal lead, they've got a little bit more breathing room than they did. Although you know as well as I do, Murph, a 2-goal lead is far from safe.
Yeah.
We've hit the 5-minute mark of the third frame. This puck played by Campersall out of the crease. He studies it for Kozakowski. Forechecking pressure comes in the form of Jack Kernitz, forcing the hurry-up outlet pass to Umbro. Kernitz blocks his pass down, tries to reach for the puck, but pushing through up the near boards, Glass clears his own zone. Fitzpatrick tries to volley it back the other way. He clears. This rifled in from long range by Umbro will not be counted as a shot on goal, as play was offside at the time of the shot. Kelly, plastered in the high slot, leaves the puck to Spina, who brings it out the other side. No options on the wraparound. McGinn and Kelly collide in the far corner. Then McGinn gives Kelly a shove, and he's going to pay for this in the form of a 2-minute reprieve.
Yeah, that's the frustrating penalty for McGinn. He makes a clean play on the wall, and he just takes the extra liberty while the Bonnie was down, and an extra shove is what's going to send him to the box.
If you ask me, Murph, that penalty entirely avoidable. That extra shove, why?
Saw it yesterday in our game. In our game against URI, we had the same situation. Sometimes you make a big hit, and the temptation to push the player while he's down on the ice is definitely there.
Shot and a save by Campersall, and a net front scrum right after the fact.
Haven't seen one of those in a couple periods now, but as the game winds down here, I'd expect to see a couple more of those.
Especially with Quinnipiac having won the second period and battling as well as they have to make a hockey game out of this after St. Bonaventure dominated the first period in just about every way possible. Quinnipiac penalty assessed to number 25, Aiden McGinn. 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalty, 5 minutes, 52 seconds in the third period. McGinn, 2 for roughing at 5:52. Here comes Robertson again. Kozakowski keeps him outside the house. Robertson below the goal, caroms the puck to the near half wall, and Hughes. High to Fitzpatrick, it glances off his skate, long shot in from Mego opposite side. That made it through, turned aside by Campersall, and subsequently cleared. Half of the penalty to McGinn has expired, and we are 7 minutes through the third period of a 5-3 game advantage, St. Bonaventure. Again, circling behind is Mego, tried to sail one through the slot. It's on net front and tipped in for goal number 6. Was it Jones on the doorstep, or was it Sobko? They were both right there camping out net front.
I believe we got a double tip here in front of the net.
It looks like Jones had the last of it from Sobko and Hughes. 6-3 the score off the power play goal.
Really good job by the Bonnies to find the open lanes and work that puck around on the power play, and undisciplined penalty by the Bobcats, and it gives the Bonnies a 3-goal lead now here in the third.
A St. Bonaventure goal, his first of the game, scored by number 20, Aiden Jones. Assisted by number 12, Nathan Sobko. And number 17, Owen Hughes. Time of the goal, 7:07 in the third period. And just like that,
the Bobcats come back and get a strike of their own off the rush here, and I think this play kind of just fooled everybody in a white uniform coming down from the high slot, and the odd man rush just finds its way to the back of the net.
And it fooled us here in the broadcast box too, Murph.
Yeah, I think a lot of guys on the ice kept playing. I think they thought that was crossbar, but buried in the back of the bar, and just like that, it's a 2-goal hockey game.
Pointed the whole way, said, "That's a goal, boys." This game, as we both know, is full of surprises, and there's another. Two rapid-fire Quinnipiac goals.
Credit to the Bobcats. I think St. Bonaventure thought they were just going to roll over after the 3-goal lead, and now here they are back in it.
Shot from the left point.
I wonder if that got tipped by Cielo. He looked like he raised his hands as soon as the puck crossed the line, got a piece of him maybe on the way through.
Indeed, it was John Cielo on that 5th Quinnipiac goal of the game, reducing the St. Bonaventure lead back to a lone goal. As we said earlier, Mac, no lead is safe.
Yeah, I think the Bonnie's record shows that they know how to win hockey games here, but they had an opportunity to kind of put them away here, and they took their foot off the gas.
Now they've kind of got their back to a wall.
Exactly. They need an answer.
Quinnipiac's 4th goal, 2nd of the game for number 22, Jacob Noyes, assisted by number 19, Zach Glass. Time of the goal, 7 minutes, 46 seconds in the third period. Noyes from Glass at 7:46. Quinnipiac's 5th goal, 1st of the game for number 3, John Cielo, assisted by number 10, Christopher Kozakowski, and number 14, Alex Umbro. Time of the goal, 7 minutes, 59 seconds in the third period. Cielo from Kozakowski and Umbro at 7:59. So 2 goals in 13 seconds for a rejuvenated Quinnipiac Bobcats side. And now they drop 4 men back to try to limit St. Bonaventure's chances the other direction. Jones held the point, couldn't connect with Hughes. Kevin Keane slowed up by a stick check, dumps the puck into the St. Bonaventure zone. I keep wanting to say Stony Brook because I see SBU and they're in our conference, Matt.
Right. And in New York too, so there's a couple similarities there.
But we both know that Jamestown and just north of the city, there's not much similarity between those two parts of the world at all.
Right.
Shot in from Jones right into Campersol's pads. And this will be carried by Kevin Keane under duress, though, beyond center. Chipped the other way by Jones, but given away immediately. Sean McTavish rolls this puck back in to the Bonaventure zone as we have hit the halfway mark of the third period. A 5-3 lead, rather a 6-3 lead at one point for St. Bonaventure. Now reduced to a single goal thanks to Jacob Noyes and John Cielo lighting the lamp, proverbially speaking anyway, even though there is a red lamp here at First Arena in a matter of 13 seconds.
Yeah. I think the Bobcats have done a really good job all night long responding after goals of their own and the Bonnies. And it's crucial in hockey games that you have a good response after goals because those are huge momentum swings in the game.
No question about it, and this has truly been a case of that. As there's a 6th goal from Quinnipiac to tie it up. Here it comes again. A rocket from Jacob Noyes
That's going to force the Bonnies to call timeout here.
to get himself a hat trick. Timeout, St. Bonaventure. Nickel City Hockey Network coverage of the UNYCHL Invitational at Elmira, brought to you by Envious Gameware. Designers of high-end custom hockey uniforms, bags, and apparel. The thinking look good, feel good, play good goes into every Envious sweater design. Find them online at enviousgameware.com to get your team a look to be envious of for your next trip to the Finger Lakes. The Hampton in Ithaca is the smart choice for your stay, whether you're visiting kids at college, in town for business, or just passing through. Enjoy all the wonders of the Finger Lakes and Ithaca areas and leave the rest of the staff at the Hampton Inn. 337 Elmira Road, centrally located between Cornell University and Ithaca College, and not far from downtown Ithaca. 607-277-5500. Speaking of momentum swings, Mac, after reeling off 3 unanswered goals, Quinnipiac really did a number to their own momentum. Here as Chris Kozakowski heads off for a trip.
Yeah, Quinnipiac, the bench is furious. I think they thought that should have been an icing, and then it doesn't end up being an icing. It gets waved off, and then they take a tripping penalty by Kozakowski and puts the game back in the hands of the Bonnies.
Quinnipiac goal, his third of the game, scored by number 22, Jacob Noyes. Assisted by number 6, Jake Russo. Time of the goal, 11 minutes, 21 seconds in the third period. Noyes' third from Russo at 11:21. Quinnipiac penalty. Assessed to number 10, Christopher Kozakowski. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 11 minutes, 34 seconds in the third period. Kozakowski 2 for tripping at 11:34. Mego barrels back in to the Quinnipiac zone, absorbs a check, gives the puck away to Noyes again, looking for number 4. 7:20 to go in the third period. We're all knotted up.
Noyes with a grade A opportunity. I think the Quinnipiac bench is looking for a call again here. But the Bobcats, they're just sticking with it.
Puck is knocked loose after a failed centering pass. Intended for Jones. Long shot from Marsh. Right into Campersol's pads. And again, the Bobcats clear. Who's going to kick the convert?
I don't know. Both teams trading chances on this power play for St. Bonaventure.
Jones below the goal. He's got one already for the Bonnies. Up high it goes to Marsh. Shot tipped off its intended target. Marsh gets it back. This one gets through, but just misses the near post. It was deflected offline in close. Penalty has expired right in front of the door that Kozakowski exited. Gaining the puck again was Kernitz, trying to work one forward. And the shot from Jake Spina is held on to by Campersol for a pause.
Bobcats are getting frustrated. I think they thought they earned themselves a couple of calls on that PK, but they got to keep sticking with it. It's a tie hockey game, and they keep playing through it, and they'll get the calls here, but couldn't have asked for a better game than we've got so far.
I'm going to make a prediction, Mac. Next goal wins it.
Yeah, I think especially Quinnipiac seems to have all the momentum right now. They have the goals, they got the kill, and it'll be crucial for St. Bonaventure to get some momentum here.
That kill's a big boost for sure. Puck work clear, swatted by O'Donoghue the other direction, volleyed by Umbro off the far boards from his own blue line. Schlager corrals it just inside the St. Bonaventure line, and he's the recipient of an O'Donoghue outlet pass. Schlager tries to split the wickets, gets a lazy shot away. This covered up by Campersall, and he holds.
A little more jawing after the whistle here. Umbro involved.
Faceoff's going to be spotted at the far circle. Now with 5 minutes and 43 seconds to go. And a number of candidates making cases for themselves to be one of the three West Her 3 stars of the game.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Jacob Noyes is involved in the next goal scored, because he's been involved in every play so far tonight for the Bobcats.
3 goals. Hat-trick for him on the day. Carson Schlager's shot was kicked wide. Save number 33 for Adam Campersall. On the other side of the tape. Wow! There it was. The go-ahead goal for the Bonnies. And it looked though it was Carson Schlager.
Yeah, this puck kicks out to Schlager. You can see the battle in front of the net. Shot from the point. And it's a defenseman's nightmare when that puck hits off your skate in front of the net and you really lose sight of it. You're scrambling to find it, goaltender's scrambling to find it, and the Bonnies are able to capitalize on it, and Schlager buries. I think there's more goals scored in this game, though. I think that goal came a little earlier than I expected the go-ahead goal to come.
I don't think that was the end of it by any means. It's been an explosive third period, to say the least of the matter. St. Bonaventure goal, scored by number 61, Carson Schlager. Assisted by number 77, Sam Tchaikovsky. And number 2, Cody Bauer. Time of the goal, 14 minutes, 45 seconds in the third period. Schlager from Tchaikovsky and Bauer at 14:45. This puck skied by glass, off the glass, and back it comes for an icing with 4:47 remaining.
As I mentioned earlier, the Bobcats have been very good at responding so far in the game. We'll see how these next 2 minutes play out for them, if they can generate some momentum and get some shots on net and find a way to put one home.
Draw on the opposite side. Bonnies maintain control, but they're drawn back into the neutral zone. Before Fitzpatrick lofted that puck in. Hughes double teamed in the corner. Left the puck high for Marsh, but couldn't carry on. His play was offside, so a free pass is issued the Bobcats. And Noyes absorbs plenty of open ice contact upon reaching the Bonaventure blue line. Mego the other way. Tries to pile drive his way past Pericaz, gets a shot away. So too does Kelly from an awkward angle, but Campersall denies them both. Final 4 minutes of the contest. St. Bonaventure with a perilously thin 7-6 lead after Carson Schlager kicked the convert for the boys in white and brown. 2-on-2, the chance from Tyler Kelly from 35 feet. Caught by Campersall, and the dinner plans discussed again.
Yeah, I can't tell if the officials, yeah, he's pointing, he's going to send him. There's really no need for that, too, in a one-goal game. You want to put yourself in a position where you can help your team win, and they're both heading off, and seem to be confused on why they're going, and some pleasantries being exchanged, but all positive it looks like.
Roughing on Signorino and cross-checking on Marsh. Both of these at 16-13. So we're going to go 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. And in we go with the penalty reads. Quinnipiac penalty assessed to number 13. Robert Signorino, 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalty, 16 minutes, 13 seconds in the third period. Signorino, 2 for roughing at 16-13. St. Bonaventure penalty was assessed to number 7, Mitchell Marsh. 2 minutes for cross-checking, also at 16-13. In the third period, Marsh, 2 for cross-checking.
For Quinnipiac here, I think it's going to be important that they find Alex Umbro on this 4-on-4 action. As a puck-moving defenseman, your eyes light up with the opportunity in a one-goal game for the open ice that you get on the 4-on-4.
Umbro holding at the right point, but this puck is cleared beyond his reach by O'Donoghue. A little bit of an early whistle on the icing, but Kozakowski looked like an inevitable winner on that race back to the puck. Quinnipiac's going to opt for a near circle draw yet again with 3 minutes and 3:15 to go, I should say, in this third period. Can they level the score? Umbro set up a shot for McTavish right into Karolewski's pads. Hughes and Robertson streaking back the other way. Hughes' centering pass was blocked in an attempt to connect with Robertson. Then he was bodied down after getting rid of the puck. You'd think interference there maybe, but that's going to go uncalled. And now Umbro and Hughes get into a little bit of a screaming.
And once again, it's Hughes and Robertson teaming up and wreaking havoc in the D zone.
Looks like we're going to have a neutral zone draw coming just in front of the Quinnipiac bench.
One of the Bonnie's players, I believe, made contact with Kempersall, and that is why the faceoff's coming out.
And the Quinnipiac coach pleading his case to make sure that something came of that. Didn't get the 2-minute man advantage he had hoped for, but did force St. Bonaventure to lose the zone. For the Bonnies now, it's just protect, make as few mistakes as possible, and try to control the attacking zone and burn out as much of the 2:12 left on the clock as possible.
Right, and you see that now they playing the puck back. There's no rush. They can hold the puck as long as they want to here.
Until they're challenged, but there are so many strong puck handlers here, and their puck movement is so good that it really, I mean, I don't want to speak out of turn, but isn't as concerning as it could be in other cases. That's why this is the top-ranked team in the nation. Cielo stood up at the blue line. We're back to 5-on-5. And Pericaz rolls this behind the St. Bonaventure goal. Karolewski steadies. Fitzpatrick flips it ahead to Mason Mego.
Quinnipiac wants to get the puck back, get some sustained pressure so they can get Kempersall out of there.
Fitzpatrick tips this breakout pass from the fleet-footed Mego in deep. Hughes tried to steal the puck from Pericaz, but Pericaz brought it back down. But he's angled by Fitzpatrick into the near corner, and a 1-on-4 delayed penalty signaled. A hook coming with 1:08 to go.
I believe Quinnipiac is going to use their timeout here.
Bonaventure already has. And Robertson's going to come off for a hook. St. Bonaventure penalty assessed to number 11, Michael Robertson. 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 18 minutes, 52 seconds in the third period. Robertson 2 for hooking at 18:52. Timeout, Quinnipiac.
Looks like Quinnipiac is ready to go here as they leave the huddle from the timeout here. They got the players they want on the ice and a 2-man advantage. They've pulled their goaltender and they headed into the faceoff on the right side of the ice here. They've been asking all period long for a power play, and here they have it. Down by a goal with the goalie pulled and an opportunity to tie the game.
6-on-4 in for the draw was Cielo. This puck is a rocket from Fitzpatrick. A shorthanded goal with 1:01 to go. And that
what a shot by Fitzpatrick.
Put the Bonnies back on top by 2.
Didn't even get the opportunity to talk about it, but that is the benefit of being shorthanded when the other team pulls the goalies. You get a free pass to ice the puck, and he
1
fires
minute
it
remaining in the period. 1 minute.
right into the open cage.
St. Bonaventure goal. Scored by number 8, Brady Fitzpatrick. Assisted by number 24, TJ Wall. Time of the goal, an empty netter at 18:59 in the third period. Fitzpatrick from Wall at 18:59.
Sobko gets another block shot for the Bonnies, but an absolute backbreaker for Quinnipiac. You get the power play, you call the timeout, and to have that happen right afterwards is devastating.
And the net is again empty as the Bobcats in desperation try to claw back after tying the game, giving up the go-ahead goal, and then giving up the empty netter. Net was dislodged, so he had the stoppage with 14 seconds to go. But then the slap shot after that from McTavish. After the whistle, it's close.
Yeah.
We'll let it go.
I don't see many Bonnies arguing against
he didn't have time to put the brakes on there at all. This puck cleared off the far boards by Hughes after Tchaikovsky won the draw. He works it back in. Icing is blown, but St. Bonaventure is shorthanded. That would have ended the game.
And instead we'll get a draw at center ice with 5.5 to go.
And the goalie is back in.
And they're just going to play this one dead.
And in the spirit of sportsmanship, neither side is going to play the puck. The horn will sound, and that will do it. Off the strength of an empty net goal and a solid team effort the whole way. Today's final score, St. Bonaventure University Bonnies 8, Quinnipiac University Bobcats 6. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the West Her 3 stars of the game. Fans, it's time for the West Her 3 Stars of the Game. Brought to you by West Her, the largest automotive dealer group in New York State. Today's 3rd star for St. Bonaventure, number 17, Owen Hughes. Today's 2nd star with a hat trick for Quinnipiac, number 22, Jacob Noyes. And today's number 1 star of the game for St. Bonaventure, number 11, Michael Robertson. The 3 stars brought to you by West Her of New York. This broadcast brought to you by the Buffalo Golf and Social. Western New York's leading indoor golf facility. Simulators, lessons, leagues, Buffalo Golf and Social is the area's best destination for year-round practice and instruction. And with great beer and wine selection, too. It's also the perfect place to sit and watch golf with others who love the game. Locations downtown and in Orchard Park. Book your next event at Buffalo Golf and Social. Mac, the great thing about a weekend like this, we get to come back in a half hour and do this all again.
Yeah, great game to start us off today. I think both teams can be pleased with their efforts this morning and heading into the Thanksgiving break. I think there's a lot to hang their hats on. The Bonnies continue their role. And then for Quinnipiac, they battle back, down 3 goals in the 3rd, come back and make this a hockey game.
Coming up, round about 2:15 now with the delay, we will see Binghamton and Fairfield square off. The Stags coming in off a decisive win over Cornell yesterday. Binghamton victorious as well yesterday, defeating Farmingdale by a tally of 5-3. Mackenzie Murphy, James Witherite will be back for the second half of this doubleheader on the Nickel City Hockey Network, presented by Buffalo Golf and Social. One last time, the final score: St. Bonaventure 8, Quinnipiac 6.